Evolution of David Kawena. David Kawena makes his debut in the 2002 animated movie Lilo and Stitch as a supporting character voiced by Jason Scott Lee. Here he appears as a young, strongly built male with dark tanned skin, short black hair split in the middle, and a tattoo around his left arm. He most commonly wears red or blue Hawaiian shorts, sandals, and a fishhook necklace around his neck while being shirtless most of the time, but also sometimes wearing t-shirts. He's good-natured, kind, friendly, very patient and compassionate, albeit clumsy at times. In the story, David is first seen at the luau, where Nani, Lilo's sister, works as an impressive fire performer, although he then makes a mistake at the end and accidentally sets the stage on fire. Initially, David and Nani aren't dating yet, but they're still shown to be good friends from the beginning. He later appears at the beach after Lilo and Stitch had accidentally interfered and prevented Nani from finding a new job, multiple times already, and decides to invite Nani and Lilo to go surfing to boost their mood, after which they all have a great time together, along with Stitch, whom he manages to save from drowning after Jumba and Pleakley tried to get him. Sometime later, shortly before Jumba invaded and destroyed the Pelikai residence, David found and offered Nani a new job at Old Man Kuhakini's store, to which they ran together afterwards. At the end, he and others are shown helping Nani to rebuild Pelikai House, and then him also doing many various activities with Nani and her family, as well as being in photos with them, strongly suggesting that he and Nani had officially started dating by the end of the movie. Following, David reappears in the 2003 animated movie sequel Stitch the Movie in his supporting role, now voiced by D. Bradley Baker. In the story, David is now also seen spending time with Pelikai family, but now even more with Nani alone, although after they went on a presumed date together and David wanted to thank her for it, she said that she's not ready for a real date yet. After which they discover that Lilo disappears, with Nani panicking and David trying to calm her down and reassure her that everything is probably okay. Soon after, Lilo comes home at night and asks him whether Nani knows she's so late, to which he calmly answers that she's out and looks for her, after which he's not seen until the next movie. Then, David reappears in the animated TV show Lilo and Stitch the series, which serves as a continuation of the previous movie in a minor role in multiple episodes, again voiced by D. Bradley Baker. In the show, he mainly appears in the background, continuing to spend time with Nani, her family, and their mutual friends, Stitch, Jumba, and Pleakley, and is also mentioned throughout, but sometimes makes more involved appearances too, as shown in the episode Cannonball, in which he tries to cheer Lilo up by taking her and Nani to the pool at the Birds of Paradise Hotel, despite the pool being reserved only for hotel guests, due to which they get caught in the end by the owner, Mr. Jameson. Or in the episode Wishy Washy, because Lilo wanted to have a perfect family, consisting of her, Nani, and David, she made a wish to the experiment Wishy Washy so that David would become smart and thus be more attractive to Nani. But it had the opposite effect, because it made him too smart and annoyed Nani instead. David then told Lilo that he's not happy being so smart, since no one can understand him, and that her family was perfect the way it was. After which Lilo turned David back to normal, and he made up with Nani, who was more than happy to have him back the way he was. With regards to his and Nani's relationship, although the series doesn't elaborate greatly on the topic, it is revealed that they are still currently dating, based on the verbal references made by them and also their behavior. In the 2005 sequel movie Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, set between the first movie and Stitch the Movie, David reappears in the supporting role, voiced by Jason Scott Lee. In the story, David appears trying numerous times, but always unsuccessfully, to ask Nani for a date, with her constantly rejecting because she's very busy, upsetting him as a result, with even Pleakley commenting that their 3-week-long relationship has noticeably fizzled. After seeing David getting rejected again, Pleakley then decides to help him by giving him dating advice and also poorly disguising himself as a woman and trying to provoke Nani's jealousy by flirting with him while he stands awkwardly. At the end, after discovering that something is wrong with Stitch and that he decided to fly away, David, Nani, Lilo, and others are chasing after him in order to stop him, but then witness his apparent death and a failure of his recharging, causing him and the others to get devastated by this. But, after Lilo's tears revive Stitch, David and everyone else rejoice and then join each other in dancing the hula, with Nani even unexpectedly kissing David's cheek, causing him to smile. Then, David cameos in the 2005 animated short The Origin of Stitch on a computer screen showing Lilo and Stitch's family. Next, David makes his only non-speaking movie appearance in the 2006 animated movie Leroy and Stitch. At the end, together with Nani, Lilo, Stitch, and all the others in the picture of their massive ohana. In the anime TV show Stitch, placed after the events of the original TV show, David cameos in the episode Lilo in an image in a family album that Ani, Lilo's daughter, was looking at. Following, David cameos in the 2023 animated short Once Upon a Studio, in the group photo holding hands with Nani, among the rest of the Disney characters. David, in his cute Chibi form, is then seen in the animated TV show Chibi Tiny Tales, in a compilation episode Every Lilo and Stitch Chibi Tiny Tale, which is a retelling of the original story of the first movie. Finally, David reappears in the 2025 live/CGI movie adaptation Lilo and Stitch in his original role, with some changes, portrayed by Kaipo Dudoit. Here he appears very similar to his animated incarnation, but now also has a slightly different haircut and several tattoos on both arms. The differences in his role include that now, even though he still works at the luau, he isn't a fire performer but a drummer, and thus doesn't cause the fire incident. Although here he also saves Stitch from drowning, Lilo was affected much more by it, because of which he and Nani were in the hospital together waiting for her recovery. At the end, he appears after the destruction of Pelikai's house, looking for Lilo, who had disappeared, alongside others, and then saving her and Stitch from the ocean, after which he participates in the reanimation of drowned Stitch with a defibrillator, and then, being genuinely surprised, says that the dog can talk, referring to Stitch. Eventually it is revealed that Nani does lose Lilo's guardianship, but it then goes to David and his grandmother Tutu, who was never mentioned in the original. After helping to rebuild Nani's house, David reappears in the mid-credits in a picture of him kissing with Nani, suggesting they're already in a relationship.